Late stars, sun up, phone buzz, turn it up. Got my coffee, got my day. Tuned in, locked in, Alex J. Let's do brunch with Alex J on Pulse Online Radio today. Laughs, good vibes on replay. Let's do brunch with Alex J.
Good afternoon, everybody. I hope you're all okay. This is Alex J with Let's Do Brunch, and I'm joined this afternoon by two of my besties, Kat Reagan and Trisha McCluney. Hello, girls.
Hello.
How are you?
All good here.
Good.
Excited to be here.
Good. Just before we start having a wee chat and get carried away with ourselves, because I imagine that's what's going to happen this afternoon. In the studio, for anybody listening, I have Trisha McCluney, who is also now famous, world-renowned, international star, essentially Cher. Just back from her run of shows in Australia, in Perth, wasn't it? Melbourne,
yeah.
With the
Legends in Concert.
Las Vegas Legends in Concert,
yes.
Right. And that's the second time you've done some shows with them, Trish?
Yes, last January I went to New Zealand and did a few there. So they asked me back and got to go to Australia this time. So it's great.
Do you think we will see you there next year somewhere?
I don't know. I hope so.
That would be great.
I hope so.
That would be great. So for anyone that doesn't know, Trisha is essentially Cher. She does a tribute act to obviously the iconic Cher, and she also has a live band. And when I go to the shows, it's just like watching the real thing. It's like watching the real thing. But you've also been on television as well, haven't you?
Yeah, I did a TV show called I Can See Your Voice, BBC show.
Is this the one where you straddled the big cannon?
It was, yeah, yeah. And I straddled it and I slid around it because the beads that were on the costume were it was a metal kind of cannon, and yeah, I was all over the place basically. And I was never so glad to get off it.
But you had a great time.
Yeah, it was good. It was an experience, I have to say.
Would you do anything like that ever again?
No. TV's a weird thing. So it's
very, very. What I learned from doing a couple of television shows was it's a lot more scripted and structured than you would think.
Oh yeah,
because they make it look like
yeah.
It's really off the cuff, but it definitely isn't. Everything is very scripted.
Yeah,
and even your reactions to things, like the shows that I done obviously were judges panels and stuff.
Yeah,
and like they pre-recorded our reaction, like coming down the stairs if we were told a no, then they pre-recorded if we were told a yes,
yeah,
and things like that. And I was like, this just is not for me.
Yeah.
Is not for me at all. Well, Miss Kat Reagan,
hey,
how are you?
I'm well.
This girl is an absolute, I call these women the super women in my life. This girl, Kat, is an absolute, you are a machine. An absolute machine. Not only are you a diva doll, one of the members of my band, but you have an array of stuff that you do. I don't know where you find the time to do it. So let's go, Kat. So you're a vocal coach and a dance teacher?
Yes, I do vocal coaching and dance teaching. I do that privately. I also do it for the Belfast School of Performing Arts. I used to teach at Cirque as well, but I've finished up there now. Unfortunately, the course there closed, which was really unfortunate a few years back. But yeah, that's the teaching side of things that I do, and then I do performing with other artists like yourself, Jay, doing the Diva Dolls, and with Trisha.
So you dance for Trisha,
yes, I
but
do.
you dance for two of Trisha's shows.
Yes, I do.
So you dance for Cher and you
Yes.
dance for Gaga.
Yes.
So Trisha also does Lady Gaga, Perfect Illusion.
yeah.
Does the Lady Gaga tribute. Now, I would say a lot of the time, and we've talked about this before, because we're going to come on to you, Kat, and all the things that you do, because you do now tributes as well. But with you girls, the thing about it is that some people are the master of one. It's better to be a master of one than a jack of all trades. We sort of touched on this yesterday. Yeah. But the thing about it is with you girls, like you definitely are the master of all of the things. Because I have never met two people who absolutely, when they do something, they're going to do it right. They're not going to do it and just dip their toe in the water and try like what I'm doing today. They're not going to dip their toe in the water and just have a go at it. Like you girls really, like when you first launched, and I know, Kat, more recently for you, because you've done your promo video and stuff, like the money that you have to throw at this and the effort and the rehearsals and all that you have to throw into all of this is just over and above what we normally do.
Yeah, it's just so that you can be proud of the work that you've created. You want to just make sure that what you're putting out is something that you can be proud of. And I know from working with Kat, you know how hard she works, and she just she's actually an inspiration to me. You know, just watching her.
But see, you're both an inspiration to me, because I just look at you and I go, how do they find the time and the energy and even have the drive and the motivation? And I think, well, if they can do it for all of the things they're doing, I can definitely do it for this one thing I'm doing. Because this year for me is a year, I decided at the end of last year, this year I was going to say yes to nearly everything. Yes. And you see, from the moment I decided to do that, because sometimes we get locked in our own heads and we are our own worst enemy because we stop ourselves from actually experiencing things. So at the end of last year, I just decided, right, in 2026, I'm going to start saying yes to stuff. And like, look at me already.
I know.
Like, and we're only like the second week or the first weekend of February of 2026, and I'm hosting a radio show. So who would have thought that? Kat, would you ever imagine you were going to be Madonna or Chapel Roan?
Well, see, it's kind of interesting because with the Madonna thing, there was an advertisement came up in, people who've been in the business a while will remember the Stage newspaper that used to exist, and that was where you saw where auditions were if you wanted to go and do some auditions for stuff. And an advert came up for Belinda King casting was doing a Madonna tribute, and it was one of the very first, if not maybe the very first audition that I did whenever I got out of drama school to do a Madonna tribute act, and I got down to the final two and then didn't get it. And then it just sort of like lay under the surface then for a really long time. And I sort of thought, well, maybe, and it was always, I do this thing where sometimes if I'm feeling like there's a lull, I'll write a list of stuff that like I would like to do, like projects I'd like to tackle, just anything. And Madonna Tribute was always on there for like years and years and years and years.
Well, you spoke to me a couple of years back about this.
Yes. That was like way before COVID and everything.
I think so, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it was. And I was saying to Trisha, because obviously like Trisha Cher's amazing and her Gaga's brilliant, and when you know somebody who does tributes and does them really well, like they're the go-to person to talk to about stuff like that. So then we were chatting about that, but then life just was lifing, and then it wasn't the time, and then this has been the time. So it's been about a year, and if not a wee bit more, in production. And like Trisha, I cannot thank you enough, because she has been like such a mentor on this project for me. It's been incredible.
And we will come back to all of the things that you are doing in a wee second. I'm going to play a wee song that Trisha, you sent to me yesterday when I asked you girls for some of your favourite songs. This is Boy Meets Girl and Waiting for a Star to Fall. Waiting for a Star to Fall by Boy Meets Girl. That was our special pick by one of my guests today, Trisha McCluney. Now, I've had some WhatsApp messages from some of you lovelies out there. Thank you so much. If you want to WhatsApp, you can send either a voice message on WhatsApp, or you can send me a message on 077 561 61456. That's 077 561 61456. What are you girls doing?
Drop the phone.
Trisha dropped her phone.
She looked
well done.
Mortified.
Telling them to be quiet and all, and she dropped her phone. Anyhow, let's read some of the messages. So, first of all, Sam at the Everglades. So, Sam is the general manager at the Everglades. He has sent a message. He said, chat is great crack. Best of luck on the first show.
I'll see Sam tomorrow.
Doing well, listening from the office. And yes, you're down there tomorrow with the Dolly Shania
show.
We'll have to come across the Shania thing. So, Trisha also is a Shania tribute, Shania Twain. You're down there with Dolly Parton, Kirsty tomorrow.
Kirsty.
So that will be a great show, because I always love those shows. And is there any tickets still available?
Yeah, I think there is.
There are tickets still available. So if you want to get some tickets and go and see them in the Everglades in Derry. All right. The next one is actually from Karen. She says, OMG, I'm loving this. 3 amazing women on the radio. Yoo-hoo! Thank you so much. So if anyone else wants to send a message or a voice message, 077 561 614 5, 6. Trisha, let's come back to you now. We've covered the fact that you're essentially Cher. You're going to be doing a show actually here in Lisburn in October.
Yes, we
with
were
your
here the end of September last year.
Your full live band,
Full
this
live
is?
band, yes, and dancers. Kat was there in September, so I think you've given me that date as well in October. You're coming with me in October, aren't you?
I
Check the
can't
diary.
tell you off the top of my head, but I'm sure
was
I
that
am.
not- I think that might be the same date as the Diva Doll gig.
Stop that.
Just kidding. Because we have to share you, Kat. It's terrible. You're shared around the place. It's
I know.
desperate. So that's October, Island Arts Centre in Lisburn.
10th of October, yes.
10th of October, and it's on the website, but the ticket link isn't live, but it should be live tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yes, should be.
So you can get tickets for that. Full live band, absolutely fantastic bunch of musicians.
They are,
And
yes.
if you have not seen this show, you've got to go and see it. It's like watching the real thing. Because you and I went to the SSE to watch Cher,
Yep,
didn't we?
2019 that
And was that 2019,
Mhm.
7 years ago?
Yeah.
Isn't it 7 years ago? I can't even count today.
Well,
My
November
nerves are wrecked.
2019, yeah.
And wasn't it amazing?
Yeah.
What age is Cher, and how old is Cher now?
Cher's 79, she'll be 80 in May.
And she's still performing. She still looks incredible.
Yeah.
Because wasn't she performing there recently, a few months ago, on one of the shows, or she was presenting? And I just looked at her and I thought, I know if you have that money, like, you can look that incredible.
Yeah.
But
I
even
know.
just her wit and her crack and how she moves, there's people who have had lots of work done at that age and can't really move very easily, but she's still moving around
Yeah.
and like with ease, like she's moving around like she's 40.
I know.
You
And
know?
she's just won the Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award there.
That's what it was,
this
the
week.
Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award. Now, let's go on to what you're doing with the Shania Twain. So you do a joint show with Kirsty as Dolly Parton.
Yes, Kirsty
And
Cord.
So it's the Dolly and Shania show.
Yeah, we've been doing that. That was the first one that I sort of was involved with, tribute-wise. And we started that back in 2018, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe even the year before that, 2017.
And you girls have
Yeah.
been across the water and everything doing that.
Yeah, we've gone to Scotland. I think we've gone to Scotland. Kirsty has been across the water as well. Mainland UK doing a festival as Dolly. I didn't.
Yeah.
I think I was already booked. So she went on her own. But we do get inquiries from all over.
But
you know.
it is a great girls' night out now. It is a great girls' night
It
because
is.
I was
It's
with you, the Armagh City Hotel doing
Yes.
the days with Heather. We were doing the
Your
Daisy
group,
Dukes,
Daisy Dukes, yeah.
your support act that night,
Yeah.
and it like the atmosphere that you girls create. It's just like a big party,
Yeah.
And especially if you love country music too, you're getting all of that plus a real good night out. Like it's just whether you're a fan of Dolly or whether it's just Shania that you like you're gonna get. There's something for everybody.
Yeah.
And not only do you girls get up and sing, but like the banter and the crack with you, like with Kirsty that does her Dolly, she's got good crack, and then you get up and it's just like watching the real thing on the stage. Like it's just amazing. I always enjoy myself no matter where I go, and I for years I was a closeted Dolly Parton fan. Not many people knew that I loved country and loved Dolly Parton.
Yeah.
It was kind of a thing that wasn't cool then. And then, this all started up and now country's cool again, which I'm so glad about.
Yeah.
I'm so happy. Kat, speaking of country, you're doing a tribute as well as Madonna. You're doing a tribute to Chapel Roan.
Yes, I am.
So you are. And she actually has some good music. And I know I'm saying she actually, but I'm 50 years old and I didn't think I would really like, because I look at her and I go, it's a bit like the Gaga thing where, they dress up in weird costumes. I'm really showing my age, but they dress up in weird costumes, and I know that's a thing to do and all the rest of it, but actually the music, she's got some really, really good music. Some of it now, for me, being the age I am, some of it is a bit, the HOTTGO thing and all. That's, the kids love that, like the younger ones really, really love it. So I thought, until I put it in my playlist that we play when we go on a break, when we were doing a gig, and I put it in my playlist, and I came back in and the floor was full of people and they were all doing this dance with putting their arms in the air and doing the, there must
They're
be,
spelling
is there a
out.
dance?
Yeah.
You-
And
you
that's why she wrote the song. That song was, she said it was added. It was one of the last ones that was added to that Midwest Princess album, because she said she wanted to do a song where there was going to be like a dance that went along to it. So she planned it.
Yeah.
Because
Like a
she wanted something
YMCA.
that's got that's got like a hook like that, or
Yeah.
But
something to pull people in. So yeah,
her biggest one that everybody will know will be Pink Pony Club.
yes, which we love.
Like everybody has went crazy for that. So dance floor is full when that goes on.
Yeah, it's great.
Like,
isn't
so Chapel Roan's done really well for herself. How long has she been around now?
I went to see her in Dublin
remember you going to see her,
last
yeah.
summer, and that was sort of when she was on the cusp of blowing up.
Yeah.
And I wish I could remember the venue that we went to see her in. It's like a theatre, and she was, you know, the venue. I remember I went with my friend Mimi. We were saying at the time we'll never get another opportunity to see her in a venue this small
Size.
or this intimate. I mean, it wasn't like it was a super small venue, but you know,
Wouldn't
from
have
where
been
we
the
were,
Olympia, was it?
you could see her like very clearly. You could see her face. You could see it wasn't a venue where they need to have a camera on them and they need to have screens up. It was nothing like that, and she'll never play venues like that again, I'd imagine. You know, because she's just blown up so much. But it's great for her.
But that's the reason why. Do you remember in December I was busting? From last July. There's an artist called Max McNown, and he's a country folk kind of American. He's American artist, and his music is incredible. And he blew up on social media first because he just kept working away, putting his stuff out on social media.
Very important.
Trisha didn't know who he was, and I'd sent her a clip of him. She went, "Oh yeah, I'll go and see him." There was no hesitation. But then the tickets were sold out, and I couldn't get tickets because it was in the Olympia Theatre in Dublin, which is it's a bit bigger venue than a lot of venues I play, but it's still a smallish venue for someone like that doing a concert. Yeah. But so I was watching Ticketmaster, and at 4:00 in the morning one night I thought I'll just check it while I'm awake, and I went on to check, and there was, you know, the Ticketmaster did the resale tickets, and the 2 tickets came up. Well, oh my goodness, I just bought them straight away. I couldn't even wait, and the next day I said to her, guess what, we're going to see Max McNown. Wasn't it great? Wasn't it a really great night?
Good. Yep.
And what great musicians he has. So I'm going to play wee Max McNown very shortly, but let's get on to, before playing another wee tune, let's get on to some of the messages. Mary Murphy sent a wee message here. Hi Alex, what a great show. I might have to change my listening from another radio station now between 12 and 3. Winky face, winky face. Good luck for the future, Mary. Kiss, kiss. Thank you so much, Mary. That is Trisha's mummy. Thank you so much. Thanks so much. I really appreciate that. And Trisha's doing so well as well. Sarah, smashing it, Alex J. Sarah G. Can you give a shout out to Michael listening on his way to work? Hello, Michael. I'll see you Saturday night. You're on your way to work. Have a great day. That's Michael down at Grace Neil's in Donegal. He's the operations manager at Grace Neil's.
Did we meet him in Bangor that time? No.
Yes, when we were doing the judging for the karaoke competition thing for Sarah. That was Sarah messaging there. So it was. So thanks so much for listening. I really do appreciate it. I'll tell you what, this is nerve-wracking. You're doing great, Jay. The big lad class. Who's that, Trisha? That is Trisha's husband, Neil.
Oh,
Jay calls him the big lad.
And he said, Neil, if you're listening, thanks so much for messaging in.
Hey,
And
Neil.
Neil, literally, everything to Neil is class. So it is. I love you, Neil, so I do. And if your wife never gives you hugs, you just ring me and I'll be straight there. This message is, oh, you never put your name. Good luck in your new show. Loving the chat and good tunes. Oh, Louise. Fergie's wife. So Fergie, our station manager here. Your wife has sent me a message. Thank you so much, Louise. That's lovely of you to do that. And the last one for this side of this song is from Amber. And I knew that because of the photo, Amber. You didn't even need to put your message or your name. Hey, ladies, loving this. Amber Beckinsale.
Oh,
Hey.
So thank you so much. We're going to go to another song now. And just because we've been talking about her, we're going to play this one. And this is Madonna and Material Girl.
Woo!
Girl, just in honour of our guest today. My guest. I'm saying ours, like, you know, there's more than me here. But in honour of my guest today, Kat Reagan, Madonna Tribute. Crazy. Is it Crazy for Madonna?
Crazy for Madonna, yes.
Crazy for Madonna Tribute. And also the fabulous Trisha McCluney as essentially Cher. Now, they're not dressed up in the studio today. So just in case anybody would like a wee picture of them, it's not there. So, I'm not on the wine. It's too early. Although I know it's always 5 o'clock somewhere, but not today. I'm trying to be really good. Thank you so much. The WhatsApp messages are still coming in. Let's read some more messages before we get into the conversation. A message from John Pinkerton. Congratulations on your kickoff show and what an amazing guest. Paulette and I have the pleasure of seeing you all perform several times and you're all nothing short of spectacular.
Oh, thank you, John.
Lovely. Thank you so much, John. If you were to do a tribute Alex J, who would you be? Also followed Trisha's posts in Australia. Absolutely outstanding. And I'm sure it was such an experience. I can't wait to see Kat's Madonna. Oh, Sarah. This is from Sarah. If I was to do a tribute, well, I wouldn't, for starters. I'm not a rule follower and I'm not somebody, I cannot replicate anything. I literally have to sing all the songs just my own way. I'm not like you girls. This is the thing, you know, like Kat, or Trisha, we have named you the minor bird because no matter which artist you decide to cover, it seems to you just seem to be able to replicate it easily. I just cannot seem to do it. I can't even do an accent. Like if I'm trying to pretend to be someone else for even in a joke, I can't do it. I can start off well, but it always ends up not sounding great at all.
Well, when you've said that minor bird thing to me, I was like, what's a minor bird? I had no idea. I'd never heard of one before.
Did you look it
until
up?
you'd said. Yes, I did after you.
And you see what a minor bird is?
Yep.
So that's what Karen and I have nicknamed you, the minor bird. Because no matter which tribute you do, you just sound exactly like them. You know, and I know that the hard work goes into it because I remember the wee videos you were sending me and going, what do you think of this? What do you think of this? As you were learning and catching a grip of everything. But at no time at all you did it. The Cher seemed to be just natural. I couldn't get over that.
I don't know I don't even know how actually I do know how it started. I was listening to the radio one day and Strong Enough was on the radio, and because I'd been doing the Shania with Kirsty for so long, I don't know what made me sing along with it in a Cher voice, but I just did it. And then it was Kirsty that actually I messaged a voice message to her and said, what do you think of this? And then Kirsty rang me and she was like, oh, you have to do that. You have to do that. So that's kind of where that stemmed from. But yeah.
And then when you decided, because it was in the lockdown, I think you were thinking about the Gaga, wasn't it, in the lockdown?
Yeah, well, during lockdown, none of us could perform. It was just, it was quite just awful, actually, thinking back on it. But
because it was almost 2 years for us performers.
Yeah,
it was a long time.
So it almost was just like something to keep me busy.
Yeah,
that's why that started. And then it just kind of took off as well.
Because your Cher hadn't actually fully launched before the lockdown.
I got cut off before,
before you could get a good run at it.
Yeah.
But it just gave you time to perfect it all and get yourself in line. And then you went live because we did the virtual lounge. That's and right. Then you did some other things where you went live and performed live, which is no mean feat because getting the sound levels correct for social media without actually plugging into the sound and having production, you know, actually getting the sound levels correct to make you sound okay was very, very difficult for a lot of us performers in the lockdown. So scary. But a lot of us actually managed to do it and got it. When I say us, I'm not sure I did perfect it, but the thing about it was we just I thought you, well, that's the other thing, Kat, because you do the victory rollers.
Yes.
Let's talk about the victory rollers. Okay. This is one class act. One class act. It really is. You three girls, ladies who do the victory roller, your harmonies are just off the hook. Yeah. Your moves, it is so
slick.
It's so clean, so regimented, but yet like so at ease and natural looking. But at the same time, everything is so coordinated and on point. And I know how hard that is to do with more than just two people. You know, so to do that and also with the harmonies and to find a harmony sometimes in places where there's not. So tell us about the victory rollers, what it is and the type of music that you do and where you would go for that.
Well, the Victory Rollers is a 3-piece group. We're close harmonies and it's all 1940s, 1950s music. So sort of swing, wartime, Andrews Sisters, and then sometimes we stray into the 50s and do a little bit of soda pop shop and a little bit of rockabilly type stuff.
I
as
actually
well?
loved that. We went to see you in the Black Box the very first time I went to see the Victory Rollers. I've seen you like since, obviously, but the very first time I went to see the Victory Rollers, I just sat literally in awe because with me and my group, with the Diva Dolls, we're obviously a vocal harmony, as you know, Kat. We do the vocal harmonies as well, but not the same. It's not the same at all as what you do with the Victory Rollers. And I just sat there in awe and total amazement. And I was just like, oh my good Lord, like how these girls, and it was so, there wasn't a note, there wasn't a anything out of place. It was just so clean and so precise. And when you came on for the second half of the show and you come on and to do the 50s soda pop stuff, that was just so lovely. It was just so, and because I love the rock and roll sort of side of music, and to come on and do that, and in the way that you did it as well and delivered it different from how I would do it, you know, it was I just sat with my mouth open the whole time and went away thinking, I really need to get my game on here. I need to get my act together, because this was just, you know, off the hook. Like the first time I saw you in your costumes and everything, you know, like you girls really look great.
Oh, thank you, Jay. I feel like the costume and the aesthetics are really fun part of it, though, you know, because when would you ever get to do your hair like that or
but
wear
isn't that
those
the
sorts
thing
of
for
outfits nowadays?
Yeah, and I think isn't that the thing for all of us? Like, you know, we kind of once we put on, we could be the quietest people and the shyest people on earth, but once I put on my hairpiece and my eyelashes, like I'm good to go. And you know, I'll chat everybody's hind legs off, you know. So but without that, it's like when you put on your costume, you're just putting on this persona. And for you girls doing the tributes, that exactly must be what it's like.
Definitely, 100%.
Do you have to, because I'm interested in that, do you have to, before you go on, do you have to actually talk for a while backstage like the person? Because you actually replicate even her speaking voice when you're doing Cher. Do you have to talk like that for a wee while before you go on, just to get into that mode?
No, not. I think probably because I'm doing it that long now that I'm sort of in the way of it, so I can kind of just jump into it whenever the lights go on, I suppose. But I do find that putting my makeup on is almost like a little bit of a ritual now, because it takes me about an hour and a half sometimes
to do Cher makeup.
Yeah,
it takes me 2 hours to do my own.
Well, an hour and a half to 2 hours, but but I kind of use that time just to, that's the sort of transformation process for me then. And then once the wig goes on, I'm good to go.
So when we come back after this song, we're going to talk about the ritual actually of getting ready and getting into the mindset of performing, because I know I have a little ritual. So we'll play this song just in honour of our guest today. Come on in, Kat. Kat popped out to the loo there. Trisha, tell us about your rituals before when you're getting ready for, because I know when I get ready, I like to just be on my own. I'll either have certain wee programs that I watch just on my iPad, or I put certain music on, and I just try and clear my mind. Just because I'm thinking of, like, coming here this morning, you know, everything that I had to do was like processing it through my brain, because there's like a lot of switches and knobs and buttons here to press and things that you have to remember. And even when I came in, I couldn't remember how to get the lights all switched on. So, you know, when I'm getting ready for a gig, I know I like to have a clear mind so I can think about what I'm going to say, think about the tracks we're going to play and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. What about you when you're getting ready? Are you the same?
I quite like quiet. I like quiet time. Yeah. Actually, when I was in Australia, I had sharing a dressing room with two other ladies that were tribute acts. One of them was Taylor Swift, and the other one was doing Pat Benatar. And one of them, I said to me, can we stick on some music? And I actually said, would you mind if we didn't? Because see the concentration it takes me because I have literally to glue my eyebrows down like a drag queen.
Yes.
So to do that process, I just need to really concentrate, and I just need the quiet in order to do it, because one wrong move and I'll have to just start the whole process all over again.
And while you're doing that, are you running through your mind what's going to be on, like, do you envisage what's happening on stage, or how do you?
No, I'm in the moment trying to get the eyebrows right.
Okay. The eyebrows, I can testify, are very important. What about you, Kat? Do you have a ritual?
I just really don't like if I have to rush. I feel like if I have to rush doing my makeup or something, I am not in the right frame of mind at all to then get on stage and sort of do what I think is like a good, well-paced show, because my mind's too
Chaotic.
too busy, and like, you know, you can feel it in your body that like you're building adrenaline because you're rushing, and there's a bit of panic.
So
So
the
I
thing
can't be
about it
doing
is,
with that. It has to be, you have to have
I
enough
agree.
time. You have
Yeah.
to have enough time to make sure that you can do your, and also like, so that if something goes wrong, you know, like if you do a brow, because
that regularly happens to me.
right,
Yes.
right, but you know what I mean. Like if you're, because I have to block the brows out for Madonna,
Yes.
and if you do one wrong and then you have to start it again, that's like a whole thing. Like you've got to take it all off and start the whole flipping thing all over.
I have actually spent, like I said, it takes you're laughing,
Such a
Tricia, but this is
thing.
true.
Because I know it's
You know what it's
and
like.
if, and then
It's true.
if you're short on time, it's
felt that.
awful, and you can feel your hands are shaking and stuff, and you're like, come on, and then you're starting to sweat, so you're going like more powder.
Do you know what-
but then it's making like
Do you
a
know what
cake.
do you know what my thing is? My thing, we're all laughing in the studio, and women out there will understand this. Do you know what my biggest thing is? Because I've started wearing cosmetic contact lenses to stop my eyes from streaming. Because I've got dry eye syndrome, and my eyes, even no matter what I'm doing, my eyes will just run, and it looks like I'm crying. You know, people actually, when I'm talking to people, sometimes my eyes are running and they're tapping me on the arm and like really sympathetically, like, you know, oh, you okay? You know, but I have actually spent 2 hours putting my makeup on for literally it just to slide back off again, and that's the power of the menopause. So, ladies, that's what's in front of you, and I can give you tips though to prepare for makeup, put makeup on when you've got the menopause. Like many a time, I spent 2 hours and literally reapplied it. Then took it all off, reapplied it in like 5 minutes, you know, and it just looked exactly the same. So it's just, I do think it's a process, and I think it's something that we do just to get our mind, because as performers, people don't realize how actually you do have to get into the mindset. They think because you sing or whatever, you just get up and you just do it. There are some people who go, "Oh, you're not nervous." Nerves are always good. I heard a performer say years ago that nerves are good because it means that you care about what you're doing, and I've always stuck by that.
Yeah.
I don't get the nerves. I don't know about you, but I don't get those nerves anymore. That why am I saying nerves? Nerves. I don't know why.
She's got the nerves.
I don't get the nerves. Don't know why. I don't get those anymore that, you know, that make you feel ill and those kind of nerves. But the ones that, you know, the anxiety sort of bit of it, you know, when you get the flutters and you're just sort of a bit anxious and you've got a bit of the jitters. But I always like to do, if I don't have those going on, then I get anxiety because I think, oh, I'm not nervous, something's going to go wrong.
So do I, Jay, because I feel like I'm not sharp if I don't have a wee bit of...
Yeah, my drummer actually, Kyle, you know Kyle,
Yes.
he actually had an interesting twist on how to deal with nerves, you know, going on stage, because he used to say to me, you know, how you feeling? I'd be like, oh, I'm nervous, and he was like, well, what was he said? He says, what happens when you do get nervous? He says, you sweat, your heart rate increases, your palms get sweaty and everything, and he says what you need to try and tell your body is that is excitement. And he says if you can mentally try and prepare your body by saying I'm not nervous, I'm just excited.
Well, I do that now, because I do be excited. Like I do look forward
so
to my
it can
gig,
be-
and like I know for the Diva Dolls, when we were backstage, like we're all like,
Yeah.
we're like a bunch of little giggling schoolgirls because
Yeah,
we're
it's
so
so
excited.
fun.
Like,
Yeah.
you know, because we are so excited. Let's do some WhatsApp messages now, because they're fairly flying in. A not big enough stage for you, ladies. Superb. Alex, you have incredible power within you, not just what you achieve, but you lift others up while you're doing it. Your can-do approach is a massive inspiration. Thank you for showing us all what is possible. I'm going to cry.
so
Stop
nice.
that. My mum has messaged the show, enjoying the show, so proud of you. Love to Kat and Trish. Love, Mum. Oh, thank you, Mum. So glad you're listening. I'll play you a wee song in a wee bit, because I'm going to have to play a wee song here so we're not gabbing the ears off everybody. And our Kirsty sent us a message. So this is Kirsty
Hey,
Cord.
Kirsty.
Kirsty does Dolly Parton tribute. Absolutely loving the show. You're smashing it, ladies. You're all an inspiration. Love you lots, Kirsty.
Oh, I love you, Kirsty.
Who's this? Oh, Ryan Mack. Trisha.
Yes.
is it?
Ryan!
Yeah, and Kat, you know Randy. Good luck with the show, Alex. Couldn't have had any better first guest than Sharon and Chapel.
Oh.
All the best with the show going forward.
I'm distantly related to Ryan. Do you know that?
And he's Gary.
Alan and
Give him a
Ryan.
wee shout out.
Who?
Gary, does Gary Barlow.
Oh, he does, Gary. Yes, he does.
Gary.
He does Forever Barlow.
Oh, that's right. He does Gary Barlow.
And his voice is lush.
Mm-hmm.
And our station manager, Fergie, has messaged, good luck, smash it today. Thanks very much. Thank you very much. Do you know what? It's actually been made easier just because these two ladies are here, because we are such besties and we know each other so well. So it's kind of eased me in a little bit, where I haven't had the nerves of meeting someone I haven't met before or someone I don't know so well. So we can just, but do let us know if we're gabbling away and we're talking absolute nonsense, because that's what can happen. You're welcome, Chapel Roan and The Giver. I do really love that song.
It's a great song.
I really do.
Somebody
Are you
turn
still
her on.
Am I still on? Somebody, and I turned myself on. It's all right. We're good. So listen, Trish, I want to ask you about your mummy role. So you have two kids,
I do, yeah.
Sophie and Thomas.
Yes, 11 and 8 they are.
How do you manage to do everything that you do with having you do? How do you manage to do everything with having? I know you've got a great support network out there.
I was just about to say that.
Yeah.
That's how you do it,
Yeah.
basically.
So you've the big lad at home,
Yes.
and
my mum and his mum are just having that support is the only reason that I can do what I do.
But here, I want to ask you something. When you were away in Melbourne in Australia, Neil went on a ski trip.
Well,
Because he goes every year, doesn't he?
he goes once a year, yes, at the end, sometimes the end of January, sometimes start of February, but his trip was booked on the 24th of January. He was due to go snowboarding, and then I got asked to do the Melbourne shows, and my return date was the 25th of January. So he left the day before I was due to come back. So then there was another week where he was away and I was on my own with the kids.
Because he had already that trip booked, didn't he?
Yeah.
And when you go off then on your, because you go regularly, you go across the water as well as doing
Yeah.
international stuff.
Yeah.
When you go across the water, does Neil have to stay at home? Or is it your mum and Neil's mum?
Yeah, we get help from the grannies mainly, because I would sometimes go over on, say, a Friday and the kids will need picked up from school. So it's usually my mum or sometimes his mum would do that, and then look after them until he finishes work. And then he's got them on the weekend just until I come back.
And before you did what you're doing now full time, what did you do as a job? Tell everyone, because I know, but tell everyone else.
I worked for the Agri-Food and Biosciences Institute. For a time, I was a lab manager for a testing lab for TB and brucellosis in cattle.
So you were a scientist?
Yeah.
And do you ever think that you ever would see the day that you're doing now, what you would?
No.
No?
I'd always been singing, doing the cover stuff, in various bars, hotels, for years. And then it was only starting the Shania that I realised that I had a real love for doing that type of work, in terms of performance. So, yeah, the rest has just seemed to come to me, through over time. And I'm just loving it now. And I was able to leave work.
It's a big decision to do that, isn't it? Because I remember years ago, like I'm doing what I'm doing now over 30 years. And I remember making the decision to do it. And my mum's listening, my mum will remember this, told my dad that I was going to be doing this full time. And he goes, well, but what are you going to do for a real job? Because he was so worried about, because I was on my own, obviously, and he was worried about what I was going to do and how I was going to pay bills and make money. I suppose in a way, now being grown up myself, I'm thinking to myself, I'd be concerned about that too, and thinking, I'm not going to support you, so what are you going to do?
Yeah.
I think making the decision, moving from a steady job that has a steady income and an income that you're going to have next month, moving to what we do, being and anybody in the self-employed industry would be the same. There's always the worry of the tomorrows and the next weeks and the
so
next
ad hoc.
months. Yes, it
You know.
is. And for us, things can be cancelled, at
Yeah.
short notice.
And I think sometimes people don't realise the impact that can have.
And the
on
impact
us.
that does have is like, Kat, you'll know
It's
this
major.
too, because a lot of entertainers and performers live paycheck to paycheck, so they live gig to gig. I'm not saying everyone does, but I know a lot of my friends that live gig to gig, so they depend on the gigs that are booked coming in for to be able to even, I don't know, pay rent, pay for their shopping, to buy, gas or electricity or whatever. I think anybody that's self-employed, that is kind of sometimes the way it can be. And for someone to cancel a gig last minute, they don't realise that the ongoing impact that has. Because especially for you girls, but for you, Trisha, with the live band, and Kat with you with the other singers, like everybody wants paid,
I know.
because
Yeah.
they've all either we've all turned down other work, I'm sure, and your singers have turned down other work, your performers, your musicians have all turned down other work, your dancers all turned down other work to book your gig in because you've asked them to.
Yeah, but that's why we insist on working the contract now,
Yeah.
for each show, because there are so many people reliant on the income from each show.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, my guys are great, and Kat's great. If there was ever any time that I don't think I've ever had to do that, but come to you and say this is cancelled, I can't give you anything for it. My guys in the band, that there's everybody's so we all get along so well that they would probably just say to me, look, let's just scrub that one and move on.
Yeah. Yeah. I think, Kat, because you dip a lot, and also because of what you do and the amount of things that you do, when you're in the Diva Dolls, or you're dancing for Cher, you're dancing for Gaga, or you're doing your own thing, how do you juggle all of that and manage and work out, because obviously because you're doing something else at the minute too, where you're doing like kids stuff, like festivals and things, as part of a bigger sort of ensemble of people, aren't you?
Well, it's just the run of that's actually just finished. Like we just finished it in January, but like we were doing
That was
daytime,
crazy. Yeah.
like daytime, young people and children shows.
How do you juggle all of those things? And because I know you were running to our shows, like the Diva Doll shows, you were running to those from daytime things. How do you manage? And I'm sure you were running to Trisha's shows as well, with essentially Cher and the Gaga, off the back of coming from a day. How do you manage and find the will to keep going?
Planning. I feel like planning is key. Like I have schedules in the house, calendars, diaries, so that I can see things coming up ahead.
Kat's
and
the
then
most
I have
organised person I think I've ever met in my life.
Well, she would need to be, wouldn't she?
No, I know, and this is the thing. Like I think I've learned to be this way because I've had to be to keep the ball rolling, to keep all the plates spinning.
How do you never feel that it's, sometimes when I've got so much going on, sometimes it overwhelms me.
It does
and I think a
overwhelm
lot
me
of
too.
people can understand that, because it can happen to us all.
Yeah.
When you feel like you're not really, you're spinning all the plates, but
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
not in control of keeping them balanced or anything. Sometimes it relies on other people. And I do feel sometimes quite overwhelmed, and it feels like, what can I do? What can I do? And I just have to literally step out of myself, take a breath, and then step back in and go, right, okay, let's just move forward. What do you do, and how do you do it?
Taking the next thing that's coming at me, like that one bit, when it's getting to that point where it's like the point of overwhelm. So say if I'm going into a weekend and I've got I'm doing chapel in the afternoon, then I'm doing dolls in the evening, and then maybe I'm doing victory rollers the next day, and then maybe I'm doing Cher. So then I'm planning in advance so that I'm rehearsing them in tandem, but then once it gets to it, I've got all the outfits and all the costumes set out in different bags so that I know where it all is, and then you just look at the thing that's coming at you next. So like I think about it like playing Tetris, so you're looking at the shape that's coming right at you, and then just the next one, so that you're trying
Rather than looking too far ahead,
Yes.
you're only looking at what's right in front
so
of
you
you.
need to know when is the time to plan further ahead, and then when is the time to narrow the field of vision. Then you narrow it for that weekend, and then you expand after that point. That's just what works for me.
Because it can be overwhelming sometimes.
And also, like, sometimes I think there isn't a way to avoid the fact that sometimes it just is overwhelming. It comes like things, you know, the way you were saying about like paychecks and stuff with performing. I think it's always feasts and famines. There's times where you're doing well and the going's good, and then you have to, now I've learned you have to save some of that, because there'll be times when there's cancellations, when there isn't a lot of work on. And so, but in the times when it's really, really hectic, like sometimes I think it's you sort of just have to go, right, it's okay that I'm a bit overwhelmed right now. There'll be a calmer period. I just need to,
because it's only that moment in time, and also how you feel.
It won't continue forever.
I have learned in this last few years, especially in this last few years, that a feeling is only just that. It is just a feeling. It's not a fact. And sometimes in the past, and I'm not saying it doesn't happen now, but more so in the past, because I have come to this realisation that I have let my feelings rule and guide where I'm going and what I'm doing. Now, I'm talking about the feelings of feeling overwhelmed and the feelings of feeling hopeless and feeling like you're out of control, that you're not in control of yourself, you're not in control. But actually, I've really learned that is a feeling, is not a fact. So you might feel that way, but that's not how it actually is. You know, so when you do feel a bit down, you're just feeling it. It's not an actual fact. So you have the power to change it. And that is just something that I literally, it was like a light bulb moment for me, you know, last year. And that's why I said 2026, I'm going to say yes to most things. I'm not going to let myself get in my own way, because sometimes we do that. And I think for me, since I started to do it, I've just realised sitting here today was a realisation of just, oh my goodness, this is actually working for me. Because as you girls know, I have been on the waiting list for 2 new knees, for knee replacements. And because of my age, I thought there was no hope of me getting them. And in the last year, I've lost almost 6 stone. And a couple of weeks ago, or a month ago or so, as you know, they told me that they're going to start the operations this year. And I just thought, I wonder, is that something that has just come off the back of me pushing myself forward to be positive and not think negative, and not, it's easier said than done. But I'm just wondering, is that something that, you know, helps a little bit? And that was Max 9, and that song is called A Lot More Free. It's a little bit chilled back and lovely to listen to. Saw Max live in Dublin in the Olympia Theatre in December. It was the 1st of December, Trish, we went to see Max live, and it was fantastic. Like, the musicians and all were fantastic. Just on the subject of feeling a little bit emotional, I just read a message and I teared up, and so did Kat and Trisha. I just got a message from, I'll read it to you first of all. It says, catching the show in drips and drabs while working. Love listening to you 3. Yous are smashing it. Love to you all. Kat's Gemma. Oh, that's so sweet. It's so sweet. So that's Gemma. She's out. What's Gemma out doing? She's
a care worker in the community.
Yeah, she's out in the community. She's a care worker in the community. If you'd like to WhatsApp into the studio, you can either send a voice message, you can request a song, or you can just send us a wee message. 077 561 61456. That's 077 561 61456. Now, just before I do carry on, because I know some of the guys are listening, I was in last Friday just as an introduction to the listeners and that, and I came into this studio and it did not look like this, girls. You know, I had to literally step over things to get in here. Lydia and Nadine, who both work on shows in this studio, I'm sure felt the same as me when they have to come in. It was very male sort of surroundings.
Mojo Dojo.
It kind of Mojo Dojo. It kind of felt like, you know, yeah. There's a lot of guys hang out in here. This is a guy's den. And after Friday, I left the studio, and Phil, our boss, messaged me and said, thanks for coming in. I said, yeah, thanks for having me. I'm so grateful of the opportunity, but I don't know how I'm going to feel sitting in that studio. I'm going to feel claustrophobic sitting. It's very untidy. And I came in yesterday to do my wee run through with to learn some things and practice what I was doing. And they'd started to change the studio around, so that they changed the layout of it. So those chairs you're sitting in used to be to my right hand side here, and this desk was, my back would have been to that wall. It's given a lot more space, but they've also really tidied up, and they've got rid of all the messy stuff around the studio. So myself and Lydia and Nadine, I'm sure, thank you very, very much, boys. So well done.
Good lads.
Well done. I feel like giving you a wee clap.
Very
well
good.
done for tidying up. But they're doing great things here, so they are. What's it like at home for you, Trish? Are you always tidying up, or are you lucky?
No,
Is Neil good
I
at
have
picking
to
up?
say that when I came back from Australia after being away for 3 weeks, that I have realised that it's me that's the untidy person in my house.
It's me.
I am quite.
I'm the problem.
I'm quite. I like tidiness, so I am quite. I like cleanliness. I like tidiness, but my issue is that when I'm doing things, so I'm in the middle of getting ready, or if I'm cooking, I'm quite untidy. Karen calls me the Bursky chef, because I do make a mess. Now, not to say that I don't clean the mess up after I make the mess, but yeah, I'm quite messy that way. Although I do like nice, clear spaces, and like I'm the type of person, as you know, girls, I like white walls in my house, and I like, I don't like too much clutter and things like that. What about you, Kat? Are you in your house? Who does the housework? Remember, she's listening in between.
I know. I feel like see, I want to say, oh, I'm so tidy and my house is pins and paper, because like that's the way I want it to be, but it just isn't. It just feels like there's always little tars of mess. Like I consolidate the mess and then shove it in a corner somewhere, and then it's sat there, or it's piled up on the table. There's bits of it everywhere, and I honestly do feel like the problem is time. I think if I had more time, then I would be able to get on top of it, but it's just not a priority, because there's other stuff that needs.
See, I like
done
to think
more
that
urgently.
I have organised chaos, because
Me too.
because when I'm looking for something, I know exactly where to go to look for it, and then but when he tells me to tidy up, or if my mum has been over and she's tidied up, and I just don't know where it is, then can't find anything.
The thing for me, you sent a message into our wee chat group yesterday, wasn't it, or the day before? And you said, like, these people on social media, like when they're doing TikToks or they're doing videos, like, how are their houses so clean and tidy? What are they doing?
Yes, and you see their house. I even see it like people's houses when they put up stories, like people I know, like my friends, and I'm like, is that the way your house always is? Because I mean, my house doesn't look like that, and then I feel like there is this pressure that I'm not, like, I might be smashing it outside of the house and work and stuff, but there's this pressure that I feel like I'm always looking around the house being like, it's just not tidy, it's not perfect, it's not perfect, and it's this thing that weighs on me. And so I actually love whenever I go to somebody's house and I see that there's a mess, because it gives me this really great feeling of relief that I'm like, it's not just me. So I'm just like, I want to see your mess. Show me your mess.
I like to think of them as having like a Monica's closet.
Oh, I hope so. Imagine just opening random doors of people's houses. I'm going to find it.
So my youngest sister, Andrea, her name is, and I don't know if she'll be listening because she's in work today, but my sister is, out of all of us, I call her the Monica of our family.
Okay.
Everyone thinks I have OCD, but my sister, like, now she's not as bad now. I think she's 40 now. She's not as bad now as what she was. I feel bad even saying bad, but it was. My dad used to walk into her house and just literally tip the cushions over on her, like walk into her house, let himself in. Because my dad was a joker like that, but he would have let himself into the house, walked in, threw all her cushions in the floor and walked back out again. That's the standard joke. The standard joke in our family, because my sister was not even just tidy. She was like bleach mad. Bleach everywhere. Like the kids were walking about with or if you walked in with your sock soles, the kids were walking about with bleach socks, on the soles of the feet, because she was just constantly bleaching floors. And I understand that you can be clean, But like that, just it can get out of control, you know, and it doesn't need to be that clean. But there are people who do. So when you see people on social media, on TikTok, maybe their houses are really like that. But I know that if I'm going to do a video in the house, like in the lockdown when we were doing the lives, you know, no, I was cleaning
Push
during the
everything to
day.
the side.
Yeah. See, I hope that's what's going on. I hope that they've just set the camera up and they've pushed all their mess around to like behind where the camera
I'd
is.
say
that
the majority.
camera just
I'd
doesn't
say
see it.
the
I hope
majority
that's what's
of
going.
people.
That makes me feel. Telling myself that story makes me feel better.
I'd say the majority would do that. But there are people who are just super neat and super clean and tidy.
Oh,
you
I know. Do you know what? I need to just give up on it. It's never really going to be me, is it?
I'm with you.
Let's go to another song. This is Can't Hurry Love by the Supremes. And we're back. There's no better song than You Can't Hurry Love with the Supremes. Also, Phil Collins does that as well, doesn't he? He
does,
that as well.
Yeah, he did.
How old are you, Trish? You don't mind me saying live on air.
44.
Sorry. 44. And Cat
39.
39. And I'm 50. Okay. So I'm going to talk about, because you girls haven't experienced the menopause yet, or perimenopause, or menopausal symptoms. And I just want to touch on it. What do you feel about what's ahead of you, or have you thought about it, or is it something that you're not really bothered about?
I've started thinking that maybe I am going through a
Peri,
bit of it.
So there's no one told me there was like two parts to the menopause, or two menopauses, whatever way you want to look at it. So there's a perimenopause, which is the pre-menopausal stuff, and in that I experienced the sweats and the, what do we call them, tropical moments, anxiety, so like flutters in my chest, different things like the sleeplessness, the restless legs and things like that. And then I assume now, because I'm in full menopause, the mood swings, with the perimenopause as well, you know, up and down all the time. Not sure whether I was coming or going half the time. The forgetfulness now in the full menopause, the brain fog is just sometimes, and like I walk about, as you know, with my notebook and my pen, because I have to constantly make notes or put notes in my phone. I think it's just, if you can be prepared and if you have the knowledge behind you before you go into it, I would tell you to do that, to look up the vitamins that you can take, or the supplements that you can take, because there are supplements that do help.
So what ones would you say would help?
Well, I started to take, a year ago, I like I made sure I took my omegas, you know, all my vitamin stuff. I'll give you a wee list. I wouldn't be able to advise on the exact things. I just know the things that have helped me.
Okay.
Taking the magnesium at night time has really helped with the leg cramps and the thing that you get, like the restless leg thing. I think it's helped. Also the insomnia. You both know that I suffer badly with not sleeping at night time. But I've got into a routine now when I take because I take collagen. I take collagen at night time. Anybody in their 30s should be taking collagen. A collagen supplement. It's no point getting to 50 and going, I need to be taking collagen. It does help, because it helps other things other than, for me, it's helped other things other than just skin. You know, it has helped. I think it's really helped my bones and stuff, you know, because I do have the arthritis, and I think it's really helped with the bones sort of situation. But there are lots of stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to bring someone on one of the weeks, and we're going to talk about all the supplements, which will be, I think, really helpful. But what do you girls take, or what?
Cod liver oil, vitamin D, vitamin C, collagen.
I take vitamin C, magnesium, and at the minute I'm taking echinacea.
Yes, I took that through the winter as well, for the cold season.
Do either of you take B12 or anything, like a bit of vitamin B?
No, but my mum actually said yesterday she went and got B12.
I'm thinking of
I think
seriously
it was B12
getting
anyway.
like a blood works done, because you can pay to have it
To get
done,
your blood
and I
done,
think
yeah.
it would be really worthwhile paying to have it done. If you can afford to do it, it would be really worthwhile me paying to have it done, to look to see where I am deficient.
Yeah.
Because believe it or not, you may know this, I didn't know that you can actually overdose on vitamins and make yourself very unwell. So if you're not lacking in that vitamin and you're taking, the extra vitamins, you can actually make yourself quite unwell.
Certain ones, but I think your body can get rid of excess. I think vitamin C was one that your body can just get rid of.
So you
it?
can't overdose on vitamin C.
I don't think so, and I could be wrong, but I think I read something like that.
I'm going to have a good look into that, but I'm going to start saving in my wee jar. I'm going to start saving in my wee jar for, I think I'm really going to want to get a wee blood works done to make sure I'm taking the right vitamins. And if I'm not, then what do I need to take, because the B12 is quite an important vitamin. It's quite an important thing. And I think I've got something in one of the multivitamins, but that's the thing. When you're taking things like magnesium and vitamin C separately, which I do, but if you're taking a multivitamin, which also has those as well, you can be overdosing, which I never realised.
ChatGPT.
The NHS website says if you take vitamin C supplements, do not take too much as they can be harmful.
Oh, there you go then. I was wrong. You were right.
But taking less than 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C supplements a day is unlikely to cause harm.
So yeah, I take 1,000 milligrams.
I take 1,000 as well.
As I definitely don't get enough vitamin C through my food. My food intake, like definitely
me
not.
Either.
Definitely
don't
not.
eat enough fruit.
And you're not in danger of like overdoing it on vitamin D over here in the winter, let's face it.
Definitely not. Definitely not. So I started to take the magnesium capsules at night time. I read somewhere it was better to take them at night, along with the collagen. So I've been taking them at night time, but I don't think everybody does that. It's just something I read somewhere, and I can't even tell you where I read it. So I started doing that, and I take my omegas in the mornings. But I've been recently reading that there's definitely different combinations that it works better with, and it be more effective.
And there's something about zinc and magnesium together. I'm pretty sure there's something about taking them together.
And I also, just simply because I saw it on TikTok, I also take a vitamin K. K2 with the magnesium, because it said on TikTok.
What's vitamin K?
Told me on TikTok to do that.
We're gonna have to do some further research. What about evening oil of primrose? Because my mummy used to swear by that, and a friend recently said to me, "Get on the evening oil of primrose."
And what is that for? What does that do? I've heard of that one too, but I don't know about that.
Is that like
is it for your joints?
I think it's to do with hormonal balance.
Oh right.
Because she was I was just saying to her, I'm honestly, Jane of the Wee said, "How do you feel about the perimenopause?" Terrified is how I feel.
Are you terrified?
Yes, I feel really, really, really frightened. Really, like as if I'm on a roller coaster and I can't get
off. I can tell
you.
Okay, so I can tell you, like, it's nothing to be frightened of. It really isn't. And actually, some people go through menopause, perimenopause, and menopause and don't even realise they've come through it. So it's not the same for everyone. I think as well years ago, because my mum went through the menopause, and only now realising, looking back, my sister and I and my mum had this conversation, looking back, realising my mum's moods and how she was. And we were literally, my poor mum, we were literally like, you're a flipping nutcase, but actually, God love her, what she was going through. I've only started to realise that as I started to go through it. And I started to go through menopause, perimenopause in the lockdown. I phoned my doctor in desperation, and my doctor, who is a female doctor, the first thing she said to me was, "You're far too young, so you're not." And I had to keep pushing. So if you feel that you are, or you feel that you have got those symptoms, just keep pushing and tell them that you need help, because it is out there. There is. And I started to take the hormone tablet, and no, I don't take it anymore. I'll be honest with you. I took myself off it because I'm a terrible person for taking a medication. I'm an awful person for taking medication. I'm not consistent with it. I'm very consistent with my vitamins and my extra things, supplements and things. But ask me to take medication and I will literally have to be spoon-fed them. It's just not me. I just hate taking things like that. But Kat, for you, I honestly would tell you, it's nothing to be frightened of. It isn't anything to be frightened of.
No. I feel like whenever I'm just coming up to my period, I get like very upsy downsy, the moods, and then like whenever I come to the middle of my cycle, I feel like I'm Wonder Woman. I can get everything done. There's like 3 to 4 days where everything's smooth, everything's fluid, it's really good, it's all working, and then it all starts to take the downturn again as we go back towards menstruation. And I feel like if this is the way it is just in my cycle, I am afraid for what's ahead.
No, I don't think you should be worried about it at all, because I think it'll surprise you. And also, there's a little bit of power in having the menopause. You know, I literally have leaned into this now. You know, when people go, "You're really rude," I go, "No, I'm menopausal."
She's in her crone era. She makes no apologies.
Getting on to that, I'm going to play one of my favourite songs to sing, and this is Celine Dion, "I'm Alive." That was Celine Dion, "I'm Alive." What a tune, what a tune. Maria, thank you so much for your message. Maria sent in a message and she said, "Hey ladies, just listening in between mum duties and absolutely loving listening in. It makes me feel like I'm earwigging into your girly chat."
Maria. Maria Depps for me in the Rollers.
And she sings for me in the Sherpa.
Yes. The girl gets around.
The girl does get around. She's a bit like yourself. A bit like yourself, Kat. So thank you so much, Maria. I really appreciate the messages. If you would like to WhatsApp the show, 077 561 61456. It's 077 561 61456. And you can message us, or you can drop a little voice note if you want to, and I can play it live on air. If you have a request for a song, send it in to me and I'll do my best to find it for you. I'm finding my way around these buttons rightly. I think at the start what was going on was I was forgetting to put the slider back up, because if I'm going to talk going into a song, you see I have to slide this down with so the music's really low in the background, and then I was forgetting to slide it back up again.
So you're twiddling your knobs okay now?
Fiddling my knobs all right. Fiddling my knobs all right. The guys have been great though, they've all, and the girls as well, like just with all the advice and the tips and everything. So
Love that.
it's one of my friend's birthday today, and she is in Las Vegas. Her and her son have a birthday on the same day.
Oh, lovely.
So the 5th of February, and the two of them are in Las Vegas living it up. So happy birthday, Al and Aidan. Have a great day. Ladies, what's up this weekend?
What is up this weekend?
This is Thursday, isn't it? Are we? Yes, this is
in
Thursday.
as in what are we doing?
So what have you
this
got
weekend?
on this weekend?
I'm going to see you.
So Kat's coming to a show that I'm doing in, where is it?
Oh my goodness!
Oh, Bally.
St. Joseph's GAA, actually it is.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's like down
Ballycran.
Ards. Yes, Ballycran.
When?
Ards Peninsula.
Saturday night.
Saturday. Oh, I've got a gig.
Luke Combs and Lenny Wilson. Tribute show.
Do you know what? I bought my tickets for Luke Combs and Laney, didn't I? I bought my tickets.
Which
What
one?
are you doing? I can't remember.
Oh,
next
on the
one.
barge?
Yes, I'm going to the barge because I'm going to.
No, the Luke Combs is on a different day.
But I don't care. I'm going to see Laney Wilson anyway. We're going to touch on Laney Wilson in a second, who has literally gone stratospheric in this last. Oh, let me turn this down. Got the monitor on. She has literally gone stratospheric recently, in this last year, I think, really, even though she's been around a wee while. Laney Wilson, the country artist who hosted the Country Music Awards. I love Laney.
So do I.
She's such a
great.
cowgirl, isn't
Yeah,
she?
yeah.
She's a real tomboy, but yet like she's stunning. But I just love the fact she's a real cowgirl, and she just loves the whole. Like she's famous for wearing her bell bottom.
Yep. Trousers. Yeah.
You never really see her in a dress or
No.
a skirt. She always wears these trousers.
Yeah.
How have you been finding doing the Laney?
Well, I'm actually enjoying wearing a pair of trousers on stage for once.
Yeah,
You look
How do you-
great.
how did you
Raising a
come-
late
Perky.
Thank you.
How did you come by to do? Because I actually, until you, though I love country music, until you actually told me about her, I didn't know who she was. I didn't know her music. So how did you come by and come to do it?
I will tell you exactly how. Have you watched the programme Yellowstone?
Yes.
So I just literally came across her on Yellowstone.
Did you?
Yeah,
Because she sang live.
she's
Yeah,
the-
she would.
So it was
I
one of the
remember that.
songs that she performed on there, and I thought,
What
"That's
song was
really
it she
catchy."
performed in Yellowstone?
I think it was "Hang Tight, Honey."
And that's
she-
my favourite song.
She did another one in the bar, and I can't get the name of it at the minute. But yeah, it was. She just caught my eye, and I thought that's really catchy. And then I just looked it up on Spotify and started listening, and I thought it was.
I love
loved
her. Do you listen to much of her music?
See, this was the thing, because Trisha mentioned that she was going to start a Laney tribute, and then I was like, do I know her? I think I do. And I had just listened to her in a passing playlist because she was on Apple Country.
Yep.
Like on their playlist, and they'd been featuring 4x4 by You, and I think that's a great one. And I was like, oh yes, no, I do know that wee song's a bop. So then I went and listened to more and like listened to your album and stuff, and I was like, this is great. Somewhere Over Laredo.
Yeah.
Oh, that
What a
That's
song.
your favourite one, isn't it?
Is it
Trish?
your
I
favourite?
think it's one of her favourites to
Yeah.
perform.
I like. I would say no, Watermelon Moonshine.
Oh my God,
yeah.
no, that's gorgeous
Sophie's
as well.
favourite song,
Oh, it's
isn't it? That's
lovely.
Sophie's, your wee daughter's
It gives me
favourite
real
song.
nostalgia. I don't know why that song makes me feel like I'm going to
Yeah.
cry when I listen. I don't know why.
But actually,
It's lovely.
since you said to me, I think it's a lovely song too. I love Hang Tight Honey. I'm going to play it. I love Hang Tight Honey, but because Hang Tight Honey is relevant to me as well. You know, I think it's us as performers.
Yeah.
But the Watermelon Moonshine, I played it one day. I was driving in the car, like I was in the car all day, and I just had it on repeat. And actually, the words of that song, and I just went, the lyrics of it, and I went, I actually really love this song.
Yeah,
I
it's
really, really do
gorgeous.
love it. So I'm going to play Hang Tight Honey, Lainey Wilson. And if you haven't heard of Lainey Wilson, you should go and check her out. This is Hang Tight Honey. Good afternoon. You're listening to Let's Do Brunch with Alex J. In the studio, I have my guests this afternoon, Trisha McCluney and Kat Reagan.
Hello.
They're both performers, and Trisha is
I say that.
essentially Cher, and Kat is crazy for Madonna tribute, among many other hats that these ladies wear. Those are two of the things. They're also besties of mine, so it's been great to have them for my first show, and while I'm trying to fiddle with the buttons and everything else, because I know I can leave them to chat away while I'm trying to key in things and move sliders and stuff like that. Just before we went to the song Hang Tight Honey by Lainey Wilson, we were chatting about Yellowstone. You just mentioned Yellowstone just before that. I love that
What a
show.
show. What a show.
Beth Dutton is my hero.
Oh, I love her.
I just love a good woman that can really stand up for herself and takes no messing about. She doesn't take no messing. I was going to say something else there, but I have to remember I'm on the radio. This is a very strange concept for me. But yeah, she takes no messing and she just gets the job done.
She gets the job done.
She does. Have you got any women that you look up to or that you would say are an inspiration besides the tributes, the artists you pay tributes to? But are there any women either in your life or famous women that you look at and you go, yes, and you get inspiration from them?
The first person I'm going to say is mum. Like,
Yes.
Yeah, it's got to be the mummies.
you know, I'd be lost without my mummy.
Same.
Just always there.
And what about people who outside of your family?
Well, I would say immediate friends like yourselves. Just
Same.
strong-minded women who work hard at what they do, and just completely inspire me.
I sometimes find it difficult to. We actually talked about a wee bit about the Kardashians there, because I watch Keeping Up with the Kardashians. I know, don't say it, but I do watch it.
Okay, I'll need a wee guilty pleasure.
I think that is a guilty pleasure for me. I watch the Kardashians and I look at their fridges and I just go like, how are they so organised? How are their fridges
They
so
don't
organised?
organise them. They don't organise them.
But on that
Surely.
note, on the inspiration note, I think I've come to realise, and over the past while, like, I think Kim Kardashian gets a really bad rap, you know, and it's understandable because of how they put themselves out there at the very start and how they painted themselves, because they kind of give themselves a pigeonhole and this is what we're about, and really there's no substance to us. But actually, in fact, that woman and what they have endured, and Khloe Kardashian, what they have actually endured. Now, a lot of it is, I'm not going to say self-inflicted, but propelled by the position that they put themselves in. But still with all, you know, like she's now, she passed the bar, the law. She passed the bar
Oh,
exams.
fair play to you. I didn't know that.
You know, and she has been the catalyst for, you know, the lifers, you know, the people who go to death row.
Mm-hmm.
She's actually been working on, I can't even remember the name of the scheme that it is, but she's been working with, teamed up with other people, and she has been working to people who have been wrongly accused and they're on death row, and she's got so many of them released through this program that she's doing. So I think that was because obviously her father was the famous lawyer for O.J. Simpson.
Yeah.
And I think maybe that was the reason why she decided that she wanted to do that. But now she's acting. Have you seen the new show that she's doing on? I think it's on Disney. No. All's Fair, it's called.
Okay. And
Glenn Close is in it, and some other really big actresses are in it, and actors. Mm-hmm. It's about their legal firm, and they start all women. And they start their own legal firm, and they do not hold back. Like, they literally, like, you cannot get one over on them. Like, they find their way through all of these different...
Sounds like something
this sounds class. Yeah, no, that's what I was just thinking.
And at first, when I saw it advertised, I thought, Kim Kardashian, not sure. Not sure how I feel about that. But I started started to watch it. And obviously, with Glenn Close and all being in it, I mean, it's actually pretty good. Yeah. You know? So I've been really enjoying it. And if you get a chance, check it out. Vanessa Amorosi and absolutely everybody. What a great wee tune, just to lift you up. If you're feeling a wee bit down, just lift you up and you're bopping away. You were bopping away in the seats here. If you want to WhatsApp the show, you can do that by WhatsApping 077 561 61456. That's 077 561 61456. And you can WhatsApp message, or you can send me a wee voice note and I can play it live on air, or you can just send a message to request a song, because I'm literally just flying by the seat of my pants right now.
Talking about the seat, I feel like I keep making these noises, and it's not flatulence, it's the leather chair.
I do think it's flatulence.
No, it keeps making these like really squeaky noises, and again I'm trying not to move, and then all of a sudden it'll be like
Tell me this, you looked up Evening Oil of Primrose, was it?
We did.
Tell us about it.
Did a little search on it there.
This is that we were talking about supplements. If you're just tuned in, we were talking about supplements for women and what are good supplements. And Kat was saying how she sort of got a bit of the dread feeling heading towards menopause sort of age, and she's feeling a little bit dreaded off it. And we were saying about supplements and taking supplements. What did you find out?
So it says here that evening primrose oil helps to support healthy skin by improving hydration and elasticity, and it helps to alleviate PMS, menopausal symptoms such as hot flashes, and skin conditions like eczema by reducing inflammation and balancing hormones. It can also be used to help with acne, arthritis, nerve pain, and potentially bone health, although evidence varies for some users.
I'm actually going to go and get some of that after the.
I'm going to get it
after the show. Meet me in Holland and Barrett. Very good, Kat. Very, very good. So, who said to take it, or that were taking it? You already take it? Do you?
No, it was a friend of mine, Julie.
So, are you taking it?
No, I haven't. No, I haven't started yet.
She
said to me last week, because we teach together on a Wednesday night. Julie Alderdice is an actress over here, and she said to me, "Oh, Kat, you should get on the evening primrose oil." So, thanks,
so
Julie.
You're gonna. Yeah, I think I'll start it now after you reading that. What about you, Trish?
Yeah, I'm gonna go for some. Yep.
It's really hard to do. It is hard to know, and you think sometimes
there's so many.
There's so much,
and sometimes I'm buying stuff or I'm using stuff, and I'm going, "Am I just wasting my money doing this?"
Yes.
You know, and that's why a lot of people just use multivitamins. But if you actually look sometimes at now, there's some really good multivitamins out there, but sometimes if you look, I've started to look at the breakdown of the milligrams of per vitamin that's in the actual multi, and some of them are just trace.
Yes.
Yeah.
And trace, a trace amount, which absolutely doing you no good whatsoever.
Yeah, because a lot of the tablets as well, a lot of it's caking agent and bulking agent, so you need to make sure like you're getting a good brand. Like I think Lambert's are pretty good. I think Solgar are good as well.
So I use my collagen. I don't know what collagen you use, but I got
the one that you
the Wellguard one.
Yeah,
I like it because it's a powder and it just dissolves completely into
your Ovaltine.
Yes, thanks, Trish. So my bedtime. Thank you very much. I drink Ovaltine before I go to bed every night. I know. Stop it.
Hey there, Grandma.
I know. I'm only 50.
Oh, look, he likes what you like.
Ovaltine is a hug and a mug. Let me tell you.
Listen, I like sherry.
Sherry.
Yeah, I mean, like, well, I was just thinking about like granny drinks, not like drinks I have before I go to bed every night, but like, you know.
Drinks.
But yeah, like a sherry's lovely. The grannies know where it's at.
What is actually? I don't think I've ever tasted.
I don't think I've had
It's lovely.
sherry.
It tastes like.
I think it's lovely,
I've
nice
had
and
port.
sweet, nice and sweet.
Oh, isn't that too sweet for me?
Sweet, yeah,
I love a wee.
I like a sweet drink.
A wee. I'm not going to say the name of it, but I love a wee whiskey at night time.
Yeah, so do
I
I.
like a wee whiskey. I'm not going to say the name of it because it's too controversial.
Oh.
Okay.
All right, it's Blackbush.
Jay, that's my favourite too.
Do you love a wee Blackbush at
Aye.
night? Okay, but good. What are you not putting anything in it? See, now you're laughing. That's why I didn't want to say
Shocking.
it. Stop it. Watershed show. I'm going to play this wee song. And before I do, just read out the number again for the WhatsApp: 077 561 61456. Send me your messages. Hello, we're back. I keep forgetting to press the mic. I keep forgetting to turn the mic on. We're just having a wee natter in here. We're talking about tights. You know those fleece line tights us ladies have all got for the winter.
Yeah, keeping you warm.
I'll tell you what, I could not have done without them this winter. And it actually opened up a whole plethora of lovely clothes that I could wear over the winter because I could wear those. The only problem is there was one occasion, because they do feel like you're wearing leggings as opposed to tights, because you know tights, you're very aware that you're cold and you're but so because they are so thick, there was one occasion I was wearing a little corduroy dress with a little polo neck underneath, and it stood up and I didn't realise that my dress was caught up at the back, so I was walking about. It's as well you can't see through the tights. That's
No, they
all
are
I'm
very
going to
thick and
say.
very reinforced.
It's as well you can't see through. Thank you so much for your messages. If you've just joined in, we've just tuned in. I'm joined in the studio this afternoon by two fabulous friends of mine, Trisha McCluney and Reagan. And thank you so much, ladies, for coming in this afternoon.
Thanks for having us. It's been really fun.
You've made it so easy for me now. I had a couple of wee hiccups. Thank you, anybody that's listening that has stuck with me, because I've sort of forgotten a few wee bits and pieces, but I suppose practice makes perfect. Well, I'm hoping it does anyway. So the more I do it, the easier it'll become. Although I'm fairly confident. It's just there are a few wee tweaks, a few wee things that I need to remember to do, like turn the mic on when I want to talk. Or even what happened at the start was I had something and it was repeating just the intro of the song. So it was like on replay on the intro. So there you go. I'm going to read some of your messages out. This is from Florence. Florence is a lovely friend of ours. My goodness, Jay, it's just a true professional. Sounds great and very confident. Thank you so much, Florence, and I wish you all the best, and hopefully we'll get to see you soon. And I hope you're feeling a little better. This is from Debs. Wishing you all the best for your new venture. Play a wee upbeat tune to keep me awake and work. Debbie and Grania. Thank you so much for messaging in. It's lovely to hear from you, Debbie. I hope you're both doing really, really well. What's this message from Sam? We need an after hours version of this show. Ladies, could we?
Uncensored.
Yeah,
Uncensored.
that's a
I
lot.
think possibly we could, maybe, man, the three of us.
Do it.
Could we find time to do it? Don't know. But yes, Sam, I agree with you, because then I don't have to watch my P's and my Q's so much. But it
quite
is
difficult for me, I have to say.
Yeah, I know.
especially us after hours, like when we start talking about all sorts of.
Can we drink wine?
I think that would just be very, very dangerous. I think we should just all just drink Ovaltine.
What actually is Ovaltine? Like, what does it taste like? What
It's like a
kind of drink is
malty
it?
drink.
Oh, like a Horlicks.
It's like Horlicks.
Okay, I like a Horlicks.
So you would like Ovaltine, because I
Yeah.
actually drink the lighter version of Ovaltine.
I've never had either of those.
chocolate.
Horlicks is
It's a
lovely.
chocolate version of it, so it's like hot chocolate, but it's light. So it's malty hot chocolate.
Like a Malteser. That's what I think. I think Horlicks tastes like the inside of a Malteser.
Yeah, I suppose in a way when you think about it.
You know, like if you like
Mhm.
the
Oh,
chocolate
right,
off
okay.
and then you just
It's
eat the
all you need to know is
Right, so I'm going to get
it's a
some
hug and a mug.
Ovaltine and some evening primrose oil then on the way home.
all you need to know
Top
is it's a hug and a
tips.
mug. So it is. It's a hug and a mug. Trisha's going to have to go very soon because you have to do the school run.
I have to do school run.
So you do?
Yes.
What are you having for your tea tonight? What are you?
haven't thought
Are
that
you
far.
making tea? Are you making?
Oh
the
no, I
dinner?
do. I'm going to lift out pizza dough balls because we're going to have uni pizzas tonight.
Oh, you got the pizza oven.
Yeah, yeah.
Same as us. We got the pizza
Yes.
oven.
Well, you were the reason we got it.
Yes, because you came down and we made pizza. You came down to our caravan
Your happy place.
and we made pizzas.
Yep.
in the pizza oven. Aren't they gorgeous?
They're
I wanna
lovely.
go back to the caravan. I was thinking about that this morning.
For sure, it's an open invitation. You just come anytime.
No, but Jay, the problem is finding a night when we're all free.
Yeah,
That's the issue.
I know. But sure, look at us treating trying to organise our Christmas night out. Oh, we've got it down to.
Oh, I can't wait.
We've got it down to bowling.
I can't wait to consistently throw gutter balls.
Are you not good at
No,
bowling?
terrible.
Well, we'll get you one of the wee
Yeah, I need the wee
child
ramp.
bowling.
Right.
Yeah,
Are
that's
you
what I
good
need
at
in the
bowling?
bumpers.
Am I good? No,
You're not?
no.
I'm not particularly good.
I don't, but I
either.
don't really care. So I'm not there really for the
No,
bowling.
no, we're there for the crack.
Are we having cocktails?
Yes.
Very good. Very good. That gets my approval. So we had to do a wee poll because the crowd of us going out, we had to do a wee poll. And Kat, I loved your idea of the bingo, but it's just not on a Sunday.
Oh, was it you? You said bingo. I said pottery painting.
No, I think
And everybody just ignored it.
I think you said music bingo.
Yeah.
And I think
Yes.
then I didn't know what that was, and then I think you said
I
bingo.
said, oh, I would do bingo. Yeah,
And
yeah,
I
I love
said,
it, bingo.
oh, that would actually be good fun. Except when you're in bingo, yeah, I don't think you're allowed to talk.
Well, yeah, that would be the thing. We'd have to do
Yeah,
a
we sort of
chat
have to
before or
concentrate,
after,
but-
wouldn't
But yeah, we're going out after anyway.
we? Yeah.
So
Whatever we do.
in the bowling, they do serve alcohol. So
Where are we going?
Well, I'm not telling you live on air
Oh.
because I'll have so many fans now after this show.
The fans will flock to us.
I just won't be able to cope. I'm really joking. We haven't decided that yet.
Okay.
I think we'll look somewhere. I actually fancied the mini golf too.
Somewhere central that we can get to other places after. So
Yeah, if anybody has any recommendations, where it's a good girly day out we're looking for, and we want to do a bit of an activity. I just don't want to go to a pub and do something like that. I'd rather do the activity and then go to the pub. But I was looking somewhere central that we could grab food and all, and
Yeah.
some cocktails and stuff. So if anybody has any recommendations, certainly send them in. Going to play you this wee song. And while we say goodbye to Trisha, thank you so much for coming this afternoon.
thank you for having
I
me.
really, really loved
I
having
really
you here.
enjoyed it. I really have. So thank you.
It would be good maybe to construct a late night show, as Sam said. We'll maybe do a one-off late night show.
Yeah.
We could,
Yeah, that would be
and
fun.
late and loose or something. Maybe too much. Yeah, Jay, that's too far. Let's
You've got-
play the song. Thanks so much, Trisha. Enjoy the rest of your day, whatever you're doing. We'll give you hugs
Thank
here
you.
when I play this song. Just like Jesse James, in honour of our guest that has just left, Trisha McCluney, who is essentially Cher. It was just fabulous having her on, and yourself, Kat. Thanks so
Oh,
much.
thanks, Jay.
And thanks for
having us.
sticking around.
Yeah.
Keep the conversation going. Now, a lot of you are messaging and saying we definitely need a late and live version of this group. So I think I'll have to talk to the bosses and see if we can organise like a one-off late and live. We'll try and think of a name for the show.
Oh, here, I'm up for it. Yeah.
Yep, for Kat, that's
It'll be
good.
fun.
So Michael has written in or texted in, what age are we in? What era are we in here? He's written in. He has texted the show and he has said, hey, congrats on the great show. Sounding very professional. Thank you, Michael. Girls are great too. I also love a black bush. Love Michael.
Oh, Michael.
Michael loves his whiskey as well then. Great. Message from Katie, and I think you know Katie Melvina. Do you know Katie?
Yes, Dancing Katie's Katie's a really talented dancer and a teacher and choreographer as well.
Oh, is she?
Yeah, you can find her on Instagram, people.
Doesn't matter how good she would be, she definitely could never teach me to dance. Katie writes, could listen to yous all day. Have me giggling away here to myself and work after hours version is a must. The
Ooh.
after hours version. Here, we may have to do something about this. So, thanks very much for all the messages. Really appreciate that, all the messages of encouragement, and I'm so pleased that you are all listening in. Thanks very much. If you have just tuned in, I'm joined in the studio. This is Alex J, and on the Let's Do Brunch. We're here until 3:00, and I have been joined this afternoon by Trisha McCluney, who's just had to go home to do the school run, and we just us two now. Kat Reagan still with us, who is crazy for Madonna Tribute Act, and also she does Chapel Roan. She's also a diva doll, a victory roller, a dancer for the Cher show, a dancer for the Gaga show. She's a vocal coach and a choreographer and dance instructor. I could go on. And I couldn't even do that all in one breath.
I'm hustling, Jay.
You're hustling.
I'm hustling.
We've been talking about girly stuff all afternoon, which has been great because this station usually is filled with men's chat. And not that football is all about men's chat, but there's a lot of men's chat on this show, which I'm not adverse to. Like I don't oppose it or anything, but it's nice to have a wee girly sort of flair and a wee girly chat for all the women out there who can tune in and listen about our aches and our pains and our evening primrose oil that we're now all going on.
Yes,
So we are. I was asking you earlier on what's Trisha told us she's going home to make pizza. What about you this weekend? What are you up to all weekend?
Like what am I doing? What am I getting up to? Tomorrow I'm doing a lot of teaching tomorrow, and then I'm going to go and see a play that my friend Ciara Parr's in. Then Saturday I'm doing some more teaching, and then Saturday night I'm going to go see Trisha do her Bell Bottom Laney. Yeah.
That's right.
Bell Bottom Laney's
Yeah.
her act. So she's doing that alongside Combs tribute on Saturday.
So I have booked
Ballycran.
to see Trisha doing Lainey Wilson on the barge. So there's tickets for the barge. You can go and see.
It's a
Saturday afternoon. It's the
yeah, because I
15th. Is it the 14th of March? Because it's in between. I've tickets for the weekend for the C2C, the country festival in the concert in the SSE.
Oh, nice.
So I've got tickets for the Friday and tickets for the Sunday. So the Friday is headlined by Brooks and Dunn, and the Sunday is headlined by Keith Urban. So I'm really looking forward to doing that.
Nice. Yeah.
And I can't wait. All being well, I'll be able to get to it because I'm waiting on my date for my operation for my first knee being replaced.
Yeah.
Can't wait to do cartwheels. Any holidays planned, Kat?
Not at the minute. Over the summer, me and my partner Gemma, we're going to go see Luke Combs in London, and I think that's kind of going to be our wee trip
At Wembley
this year. Yes,
that will be just something.
And
else.
I've never been to see a show in Wembley, so I'm buzzing about that. And then I think while we're over there, we'll go and see some musical
West End stuff.
Yes, exactly.
I love the West End over there.
Yep.
I love all the shows over there. Like, we literally love going there at Christmas time. I love going to London at Christmas and going now. We go into Harrods, but we go to the food hall of Harrods, and we usually go to the place that does the lovely, like the oysters and stuff. And we blow our whole budget just having lunch in Harrods. And we sit in Harrods with the oysters and lovely wee green beans, and I get a glass of white wine, and Karen will get whatever she's drinking. And we just literally will sit there for like 2 or 3 hours and watch all of the activity around us. Because Harrods, no one has been to London or been to Harrods, the food hall in Harrods is just stunning. You know, have you been inside it, Kat? Have you been?
Yes, I have. I used to go to Harrods whenever I used to live in London. I used to like to sometimes go to Harrods and nosy about in the shoe lounge.
Yeah.
At shoes that I very much couldn't afford, but it's just so lovely and it's so nicely laid out and everything.
Yes.
And it's just a really beautiful, aesthetically pleasing place to be.
That's how I feel. That's how I feel about the food hall. And it's such a hustle and bustle as well.
Yeah.
But actually, I love to people watch. I'm a bit of a people watcher.
Yeah.
And so to go there and watch, and it's just amazing. Like, there's people from all backgrounds, all ethnics, from all over the world. I can't say the word. But it's just a really nice feeling of a place, you know. Now sometimes you do have to queue to get in because it's so busy, depending on the time of day that you go as well. Sometimes it's very busy, but I just love to go, and we'll sit for hours. So we'll do that, and then we blow the budget on that, and then we'll just go down and book a couple of shows. And the last time we were there, we actually saw Wicked, and we went to see David Hasselhoff in 9 to 5. Now that show was rubbish. I thought great. I loved Dolly Parton. I thought great. You know, it'll be no. It wasn't not for me anyway. But the Wicked musical was just off the hook. Like, it really was.
I've seen it 5 times because whenever I was living over there, I don't know if they still do, but they used to do. You could turn up early, and you would get then the front row
Yeah.
seats went on sale if you turned up early, and they were very reasonably priced.
Yeah.
So I used to do that, like get up really early doors and go in queue. And so I went to see it 5 times whenever I was over in London, and I honestly, like, I just couldn't get enough of it. I think it's a great show.
It's spectacular, like. And I mean, the movies were great, but to see it live,
No,
is
seeing
just
it live
like
is
something else. And I think if I lived in London and I lived nearby that I could go and see the show, I would, or any shows, I think I would just spend all my money. I'd probably end up having to live in somebody's car boot or something, because I'd just spend all my money buying tickets for shows.
and the tickets are so expensive, Jay, as well. And they've just gone up and up, like, over the years.
Oh,
and
they are
that's
expensive.
why now I'm sort of feeling like, in fact, if you're listening and you have a recommendation of a show that's currently running and will be running over summer, please message in and let me know what to go see. I'm toying with going to see Cabaret, because it's actually my favourite musical. But I have been told that if you're very attached to the Liza Minnelli movie version, that it's not at all like that. And yeah, I've heard people have loved it and said to me they love it, and people have said to me, no, what they've done with it's terrible. So I don't know. I
think, though, you have to judge for yourself. I think, if I had to listen to some people about, like we were talking about Yellowstone earlier, if I had listened to some people about that show, I never would have. And I loved that show. I loved Yellowstone, so much so that now I'm a cowgirl. Like, I think Yellowstone turned us all into cowboys and cowgirls. It was really a phenomenal show. So I think if I had listened to some people about that, just because it wasn't their bag, that I probably would never have watched that. If I had have listened to people about maybe Wicked, I probably wouldn't have went to see it.
Yeah, because some people think that's dead cheesy. I mean, I think it's amazing.
Yeah. I actually know somebody who, and you know them too, who actually went to the Wicked musical, went to the Wicked, both the movies, and after the second movie went, I just realised this is actually about the Wizard of Oz.
What? So it didn't
I don't want to say who it is.
It didn't dawn until
Not one bit. Not one bit.
Oh, well, that must have been an exciting realization.
Sam has texted and he said, I have a great name for the late show. The Dollhouse After Hours.
Oh.
Or Dolls After Dark. Or Unsupervised Dolls.
Oh, it's all about the dolls?
It's all about the dolls. There's only the two of us here at the minute, so we could be the Dollhouse or the Dolls After Dark if we wanted to be, but Trisha's not a doll, so I think we'd have to find something that would, those are great names, actually, Sam, if I was doing a show on my own or a show with just the dolls.
Yeah,
so
they're good names.
Keep thinking. I'm sure you're very creative, so I think you'll think of something else. Send us in some more suggestions for a late night show. I haven't even asked the bosses yet about this, and I'm arranging a late night show.
We're taking over.
I've got one show under my belt, and I'm like, I'm a pro at this.
We're building an empire.
So all you presenters out there, I'm taking over all of your shows. They do a great job. I was so nervous coming in today. Like I did feel it. Like, I think just I was looking forward to it. I was really looking forward to it, and I was excited. But I was kind of as well thinking, like, all the things that have happened, the things I was like, I hope this doesn't happen, and I hope that doesn't happen. Like, I'm just now checking to make sure the mics are even on, because I've just had a thing. I was like, I've even turned the mics on. So I think it's went considerably all right, and we're still 30 minutes or so to go.
Jay, I think you're doing great. I really think you're doing great. Like, I would have been so nervous if I was in your situation and having to actually run the show and push the buttons and make sure everything works. I'd have been so nervous. You're doing great.
It's while we're chatting and trying to also cue a song at the same time. I found that a wee bit. So I'm going to have to maybe be a bit more organised in the sense of that, because I think that has kind of threw me off a wee bit.
Well, it's all learn, is it? Do you know what I reckon it'll be like? You know how the way when you're first learning to drive a car and you can't have anyone talk to you, you can't have the radio on or anything because you're really thinking about what you have to do.
And then it'll become second nature.
Yes, and then you'll be able to chat and put the radio on, sing along, do whatever.
I'm gonna play this song, and this is, she may not be listening, but all the girlies love this song. And I'm going to play it anyway. So this one's for Paulette. I know John, her husband, is listening. So you can tell her that I played this for her, John. That was Tina Turner Proud Mary, and that was the dance version of it. I love doing that. Do you love performing that one?
Whenever we're doing that one, I'm just always like, here comes the whiplash. because
we do
the
dance
throw and
moves.
stuff. Yeah.
That is the thing. I actually, quite a few years ago when I used to wear, so anybody that doesn't know me out there, I wear hairpieces and wigs and eyelashes and coloured contact lenses and all sorts of paraphernalia. But years ago, I used to wear lots and lots of hairpieces. So like sometimes I could have had 2 or 3 on at one time. The half wig ones that come halfway across your head. So sometimes just to get, I looked like Cousin It. I know, and I'm not even joking. I look back now at photographs and go, I'm too tiny to wear, that much hair.
Head and then all the hair.
Yeah, but I just loved it. And maybe as well, it's sort of because it hid me a wee bit. I sort of hid behind it a little bit. And in the early days and in the beginning, it sort of was great to give me a bit of confidence. Yeah, a wee bit of an armour. But I was doing the Proud Mary thing and my hair landed on someone's lap.
I knew that's where this was going.
The head flicking forward and everything. And I just carried on.
What are you going to do?
Well, I just carried on. And the person sat there like it was a dead cat in their knee. Like they just didn't know what to do with themselves. But do you know what? It was an experience and I learned to buy more Kirby grips.
Yeah, it happens.
Tighten it down a bit harder. And that was ABBA, Gimme, 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 A Man After Midnight. I was just saying before we went to that song that I couldn't think of anything worse. A Man After Midnight. Midnight, you would not recognise me. After 7 o'clock at night when I'm at home, I don't know about you, Kat, you're not afflicted like I am. But, these things, airbags are tucked into my pockets, or into my socks, depending on what time of the day it is. But after 7 o'clock at night, there's everything's off and I look like somebody completely different. So I definitely don't think anybody wants to see me after midnight.
I've seen you after midnight. You look grand.
You see me after midnight when I'm gigging?
No, I've seen you after midnight whenever we've gone to the caravan and stuff. I've seen you strip back.
Here.
Alex J.
Do you remember the night I stole the tray of sandwiches?
The sandwiches, yeah, that was a great night.
We were at a gig and there was a buffet and I just went, yes, I'll be having a tray of sandwiches. Put them into the boot of the car,
Here,
tray
Kat,
and all.
do you want to come back to the caravan? Oh, actually, why not?
No, I went, Kat, do you want to come back to the caravan? Oh, I don't know. I've got sandwiches, Kat. Okay, I'll be there.
Incentivized.
Great. I'm going to play this song. This is Kelly Clarkson, My Life Would Suck Without You. And it is for Gemma, who's out in the community, out and about working today. And this is Kelly Clarkson. Kelly Clarkson, My Life Would Suck Without You. That was, Kat put that on. You requested that wee song for
I did,
Gemma?
because Gemma loves Kelly Clarkson and I wasn't thinking about the lyrics of anything else in the song apart from the chorus.
She was just going, I don't mean that, Gemma. I don't mean that bit.
It's not dysfunctional. It's actually a very functional relationship.
You just think too deeply about stuff, I think.
Yeah, you do.
Which brings us on to this subject, first dance songs at weddings.
First dance
How do you pick a first dance song at a wedding? How does anybody that got married pick their first dance song?
How'd you pick yours?
No one remembers what my first dance was. You were there. Can you remember?
I was there.
You don't remember?
Oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. I'm so embarrassed.
No one remembers what it was. And that's the thing, that's why I always tell brides and grooms, I just say, listen, don't get too hung up on it. Because people will not remember. I asked people the next day, what did you think of my LED dance floor?
Oh yeah. No, I do remember the LED dance floor.
Do you?
Was it?
I didn't have one.
No, I was going to say you didn't have one.
No.
You had white tile. Did you have white tile floor?
No.
Oh,
Just
I can't
the wooden
remember it
floor.
at all.
I decided to spend the money on the entertainment.
Well,
as opposed to getting hung up and caught up on
yeah, because honestly, I can't remember like those details. Like, so then you were like LED, and I stopped and I was like, did she have one? And then I was like, oh no, yeah, no, she did. Because then I was like making a picture in my own head.
I think it's different for you as well. Well, different for you as well because we go to that many weddings.
We do. We do.
We spend our time at weddings because of what we do. But I always ask people, well, if you're worried about your wedding, tell me the last wedding you were at. When was it? 6 months ago, and I say, tell me 3 things that you remember the most about the wedding. And usually they do the 3 things that they say, if they even can get to 3. But usually the 3 things are the entertainment, the food, and the bride's dress.
Mm-hmm.
They don't remember the cake. They don't remember any of the room decor. They don't remember the first dance song, unless it was something really wacky and out there. Most people will remember the food and the entertainment, and 100% of the people remember what the entertainment was like.
Yeah.
Whether it's bad or good, they remember the entertainment.
I feel like whenever I go to weddings, the thing that I always just think is like, what was the vibe? Like, was it and so I think that, like, yeah, if you're gonna say, oh, we had a really good time at that wedding, it's made by the people who are there, which is your guests, and then the entertainment that you have.
Well, that's what it was for me. It was kind of when I was picking the people to come, I was sort of like, I want to pick all of my friends that are on the same wavelength as Karen and I, and also that not necessarily know, because we have groups of friends, when you have that, you have loads of really good friends, and all my friends that I have are really good friends, like close, but not always in the same groups. So I had groups of friends who actually didn't know each other, even though I was really close to both of them, maybe had never even met, maybe had been talked about, maybe I've heard of you, or I've seen pictures of you on Facebook, or I've seen, but we've never actually met, and yet I'm really, really close to both of them. So it's just kind of, I think it was really important to me to have people of the same mindset at my wedding, because we just wanted to make it a massive party.
And it was really fun. It was
and
great crack.
I think it's important to not get hung up on the details of the room decor. I'm not saying the room decor isn't important, because obviously people like to look, and looking back on the photographs, I'm glad that ours looked pretty half decent, and I didn't scrimp and save on that, because it was nice in the photographs. But looking back for memories, a lot of people don't remember what it looked like. So that's the thing.
You remember the feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for me, because obviously I'm in the entertainment business, it was very important that we made the day full of entertainment, because I felt a bit pressure in that sense, because I thought people are going to expect
you do,
something.
because you're like, this is my business. Yeah.
People are going to expect something really good here, That was Shania Twain, Feel Like a Woman. Thanks so much, everybody, for joining us. Everybody that did. I'm back next Thursday, again, midday to 3 o'clock. And if you can, just have me on the background. And thanks to everybody that sent in their messages and WhatsApps and requests. Thank you especially to the 2 ladies that joined me today, my 2 mates, Reagan and Trisha McCluney. Trisha had to leave a wee bit earlier on. So if you've missed the show, come back next week. Next week, I have... Didn't I tell you who it was there?
Yeah, you did.
Marcus Hunter-Neal on the show next week, who also is Lady Portia de Monte. A lot of you will know him as. So Marcus is going to talk about, we're going to talk about wellness and mental health and cover lots of things. And I've just said to Kat, if she is free, she should pop by and have a chat with us about her counselling that she does. And so if she can, she will. And if not next week, we'll definitely get her back to talk about it. We just ran out of time this week. All right, well, I'm going to leave you with one more tune. And thank you so much. And I'll see you next week. Thank you, Kat. See you next week, Thursday, 12 midday until 3. Lydia's on 6 to 9 later on. And I'll catch up with you then. Have a good weekend.
I do my hair